Hi, this is Bonnie from Good Earth Spa. Today I'm making a new vegan soap inspired by leather. So for a colorant, I'm using a Sandalwood colorant here. This is naturally extracted from sandalwood, from red sandalwood. It's very, very dark red, which is kind of hard to see. And then over here, this is activated charcoal, which will deepen this color and make it darker. I'm hoping for some contrasting swirls. In this container I have some lighter colors. This is raw ground red sandalwood. So this is completely unprocessed, raw, just ground. This over here is coriander. Both of these are fragrant, so they're both going to be lending to the scent of the soap a little bit. This here is Vetivert, or also called Vetiver. Some people use the T and some people don't. This is an herb. It's kind of like a grass, and it's very musky, incensey. It's a very base note. This is going to go in the main batch, and since I couldn't get it ground up fine enough, it's going to act as an exfoliant in the soap. So I have it ground at a good level for an exfoliant, and then hopefully it will even add a little bit of grains to it, such as in grains of leather. These are my carrier oils, and today I'm using palm oil, coconut oil, olive oil, and castor oil. Please check under the video for the link to the recipe and all the exact measurements that I'm using today. Here you can see me making my scent blend. I'm going to tell you everything that's in the blend, however I'm not sharing my exact proportions with you. What I'm using in this blend is tobacco fragrance, bergamot essential oil, fennel essential oil, black pepper essential oil, Vetivert essential oil, patchouli essential oil, and also the Vetiver, sandalwood, and corianders that are powdered will also be lending to the scent of the soap. I'm using 4 ounces total of scenting oils for this soap. I decided last minute to add a little bit of Rhassoul or Moroccan lava clay to this side, and red clay, Moroccan red clay on this side. I think this one will help the color on this side to get more of a red leather color, and I just wanted to have an even amount of clay, so I put a more neutral color in this side. So we'll see what happens. So now my oils and my lye are all pre-mixed. If this is your first time making soap that you're trying to learn from this video, I have a couple of other videos that show all of the prep stages and all of the working with the sodium hydroxide and a lot of important tips. So check out those other videos. But I have everything pre-done right here. I actually had quite a bit of time between starting this batch and getting back to it because the tornado sirens started going off and it got really dark and hail started falling, and I of course thought it was the end of the world, so I ditched the soap. Okay, so I have the Vetivert in there. The oils have been kind of warming up, getting up to temperature with it in there. That way they'll kind of release the scent more. So here we go. The hydroxide going into the oils. Let's see what my temperature is. In the 90s. I'm going a little cold today. Okay, so now that it's emulsified a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and pour it in to the other containers. I'm going to add the scent last because I just want to make sure that it doesn't speed up too fast. Okay. wonder if I should use a different blender. Yeah. I have one, I may as well do it. I may as well use a different blender just to keep my colors separate. Well, black is a color too. A little too much charcoal for what I was going for, but I still have a good contrast, and that's the most important thing to me when you do colors in a soap. So now I want to get this blend in. Okay, now let me get my molds, which are some Essential Depot, some of their new molds that fit right inside the priority flat rate box. And I'll start getting some soap in here. I feel kind of jittery. I hope this turns out okay. It's just from the tornado sirens where I got nervous. That one's empty, just have black left. It's been getting pretty thick. This scent blend has caused it to thicken up a little bit faster, but it's okay. It's still workable. And of course, most of my scents here are natural, but there is just a little bit of fragrance. So it really kind of gives it a lot of sticking power, scent-wise. And it's only just a little bit. I think it's about 2% or less fragrance. I'd have to go do the math. Okay, so now I kind of have a sort of layer thing going on here. I'm going to see if I can just maybe do some swirls. The swirls will even it out and make an interesting pattern on the inside. So I don't know what it's going to look like, but it looks like one of my loaves came out shorter than the other one too, this one here. Yep, maybe this one's a little bigger. Yeah, these two are the same size. This one got bigger, got more soap. So we'll see it when it gets cut. I'm going to cover up this box and put a towel over it to insulate it very well so that it stays nice and warm and it can do its thing. Here are the 3 loaves of soap. I'm going to cut one of them and then I'll let you see what the inside looks like. So now I have to decide which one to cut. I'll cut this one. This is the bigger one. So I'll get it out of here and show you what the inside looks like. Okay. Okay, so there is the soap. Let's cut it. There's the first one. There is the contrast in the soap. I'm pretty happy with how the scent turned out. Obviously, leather is going to be something that's very hard to dupe with mostly natural essential oils, because it's a very unique scent, but it smells very nice, and I definitely think of leather when I smell it, although it does smell a little, like it has a little bit of a soapy or fragrant smell to it also. So there are some inside cuts so you can see what the colors look like. And it looks like my darker color turned out very black looking, and I did get some ash on the top, which has more of a gray color. Sometimes that happens and sometimes it doesn't. There's nothing wrong with ash on a soap, just sometimes makes the tops of your soaps a little bit lighter. Okay, I am able to see a little bit of the Vetivert in there. There's a piece right there. I'm hoping that will feel really nice and exfoliating. There we go. Got it. Oh, finally it rode up the way it was supposed to. Or the way that I like. So these have a cool little black and red look, which still goes with my leather theme, since leather often comes in shades of red and obviously black, as we see all those black leather jackets everywhere. Here's my end slice. That was the end. And the last bar. So that was fun. That was a fun little soap to work on. You got to see all the different ingredients and botanicals and stuff that went into it. And we had a big thunderstorm right in the middle of it. If it would have happened just a few minutes later, then the soap may have been a disaster, but luckily and thankfully all these awesome ingredients did not go to waste, and I have lots of soaps here now. Okay, so now I have the soap wet just to do a pH test, which I like to do when I cut. Okay, so pH looks like it is about 8 with my pH strips. A little too dark to be 7, a little too light to be 9, so it's an 8. So that's great. The soap is actually safe to use right now, meaning it's a correct pH for use on human skin, but it will need several weeks to cure just to get out all of the moisture so that it's a hard, long-lasting bar and a great product. Just see how it lathers now. And I can feel the Vetivert in there, and it will be a light exfoliator, so I'm happy that I was able to feel that when washing. So you can see the lather. Got some nice bubbles. Now let me have a smell. It's definitely a spicy, more masculine with those deeper, muskier notes from the sandalwood and from the vetiver essential oil and the vetiver herb and you know, all the other cool things that I put in there. So that's good. That's a good soap. I'm happy with this one. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.